Canada's auto industry is responding to Trump's threats to shut down our country's manufacturing industry.
That's not even a possibility. We are not going to lose these auto plants, period.
They need to think long and hard, or they're going to lose the support of the Canadian people.
Canada is starting a dispute resolution process against Stellantis after the automaker announced it's moving jobs south of the border.
We can make it better, and so we will do everything we can to make it better. There's times to hit back and there's times to talk, and right now is the time to talk.
The United States and Canada's trade tensions have only gotten worse. Prime Minister Mark Carney has made the decision to retaliate against General Motors and Stellantis, two significant automakers. The number of cars that these firms can import into Canada without paying taxes is being reduced by the Canadian government. Both businesses made the decision to move a portion of their production outside of Canada. The Jeep Compass series will now be available in the U.S., according to a recent announcement from. Additionally, General Motors said that it will no longer be producing bright drop electric vans at its Ontario facility, particularly in Ontario, where thousands of families rely on car plants for their livelihoods. These revelations had a severe impact on workers. Canada has provided certain automakers with unique trade incentives for many years, allowing them to import a specific quantity of cars from the U.S. duty-free. However, there was a requirement to maintain investment and employment in Canada. The government believed that GM and Stellantis had broken their commitments when they relocated operations south. Ottawa is now reacting. The 24% reduction in General Motors' tariff-free quota has been confirmed by officials. Stellantis will lose half of its limit and face a 50% cut. This implies that if both businesses wish to import more cars from the U.S., they will need to pay additional taxes. Make sure to subscribe if you're following the story and want to be informed on how the U.S.-Canada trade war is developing. We dissect every decision and turn that has shaped this power battle. Carney's government is sending a powerful message. Canada will not stand by while businesses relocate their workforces. The intention is to safeguard local jobs and remind automakers that they must continue to invest in Canada if they hope to reap the rewards of this market. In the meantime, President Donald Trump has been pushing the major American automakers to return all of their manufacturing to the United States.
They're coming home. They're all coming home. And we want them to come home. They have to come home. We're going to treat them really well.
His efforts appear to be having an impact, which is putting more strain on Canada's auto industry. Once a powerful center for the production of automobiles, Ontario is currently going through difficult times. With over 100,000 direct jobs and over 500,000 indirect jobs, the auto industry is the nation's second largest export. A factory's closure affects more than simply its employees. It has an impact on the surrounding community. Canada has already imposed retaliatory tariffs on several U.S. imports earlier this year.
By matching the U.S. approach with 25% tariffs on all vehicles imported from the United States.
However, as long as they continued to manufacture in Canada, it granted automakers a unique exemption known as a remission quota. Now, that trust has been betrayed. With this most recent action, Canada is demonstrating that it is prepared to protect its workers and economy, even if it means a more difficult relationship with Washington.
We're working hard for what else can be done with the plan.
Prime Minister Mark Carney stated in a recent lecture at the University of Ottawa that the next 2025 budget will prioritize creating a stronger, more independent economy that supports jobs in Canada. His remarks were made during a period of difficult trade ties between the U.S. and Canada, particularly in the steel and auto sectors. Although it may appear to be a minor trade adjustment, the reduction in tariff-free quotas for GM and Stellantis is actually a significant signal. It demonstrates Canada's readiness to oppose large corporations and protect its industrial sector. It also poses a more significant query. Will this campaign persuade automakers to come back to Canada, or would it widen the economic gap between the two countries? One thing is certain for the time being. The U.S. and Canada continue to compete fiercely for auto jobs. The message from Canada is straightforward. You will forfeit the advantages of staying in if you relocate your manufacturing. The outcome of the ongoing trade dispute might have long-term effects on North America's auto industry.